Hey everybody. In real life, always use your turn signal, wear your seatbelt, and be a safe driver. I'm BoboTheVulture. And, it always takes an extra second to load enough of the game. It uses this sequence to start to load the beginning of the game. But, I also do just kind of like... It's interesting, I love the incidental music in Gran Turismo, but...
the other day.
Oh. That's bad news. Okay, so... You need to save your game from the top screen before maintenance begins in a half an hour. I guess let's just see if we can do a couple of driving school tests in that time. Well, no, in an hour, sorry. Before midnight. So now we've moved up to the intermediate challenges. Considering the last beginner challenge gave us that sweet, sweet Lamborghini that we're rolling in right now, I'm excited to see what's happening here. What is understeer? Learn to corner without understeering. When you enter a corner too fast or get back on the throttle too early, Carl just sort of float off.
Come on, VW bus. VW bus.
I mean, right now we're going to be driving a Volkswagen Scirocco, which they did make in the United States for years. Well, they didn't make them in the United States. They made them and sold them in the United States for some years. Oh, this is the Mount Panorama circuit, which is host to the... Am I remembering this right? This is the host of the 24 Hours of Bathurst. Oh, well, that wasn't the right way to go.
Careful, he's got two hidden beam sabers under the armor skirt of the thing.
Got two hidden beam sabers. Is that a Scirocco thing? Some character from something that's named after a Volkswagen?
Yes, a Zeta Gundam reference.
Boy, these are more difficult, aren't they? Does note that this
is a type of wind.
That's only a bronze little hat. I can't settle for that. Scirocco's a type of wind. That's kind of interesting because Maserati actually was well known for naming cars after winds. That was a significant improvement. This circuit is so narrow. Are you noticing that? You, the viewers at home? Oh man, 4 4 thousandths of a second too slow to get my precious disco ball. I think I got it now. But no,
Scirocco is a hot southern wind. It's from Arabic.
But yeah, like Maserati would name cars after winds. Oh man, even cheating didn't make me win. Although it did mean that I could have gotten a silver prize. But actually, a car I think is one of the handsomest, nicest looking cars out there ever made is the Maserati Ghibli. The one from the 60s, not the one from the 90s. Oh, I got passed. Yeah, I needed a mushroom for sure. This is an interesting little challenge, I'll give it that. Well, there's all that oversteer scrubbing off my speeds. Consistently earning silvers anyways. That's not enough. Learn how to corner without understeering. At least try. Well, I think I got it here, boys. Disco ball! Ooh, yeah! It's not really Randy Savage's theme music. It's just almost as beautiful. Oh. And I sit retry instead of move on. So let's have another approximately 18 seconds of this experience, everyone. Let's watch this beautiful gold ball. Let's watch this beautiful gold ball effort here.
Sounds a bit like generic graduation music.
This is how you do this, everyone. Well, Macho Man Randy Savage's theme music was literally the graduation march. Pomp and circumstance. Oh, I'm gonna save so much time if I could just select the next mission from here. Now, what's oversteer? Oversteer is when you have a mid-engine or rear-engine car and you do things. Oversteer can be suppressed when it does happen by momentarily turning the steering wheel towards the direction of the tail slide. Opposite the direction of the turn. Yeah. Countersteering. Remember, it's important to remember to avoid spinning out in cars. That's right, getting faster all the time. Oh man. I got a silver award for the sickest of drifts. By the way, folks, drifting is never the fastest way through.
Not gold, but very satisfying.
Let's watch that one more time, just 'cause, you know, it's fun. Okay.
I feel like all those racing movies I never watched lied to me.
Yeah, it didn't go quite the way it needed to.
I think donuts are a classic example of oversteer. Also, nice finish. What did the green flag signify?
Green flags signify that the track is clear. That it's okay to be out there and racing. If there's a yellow flag out, that means caution.
Okay.
Oh, was there? Yeah, there. I guess I didn't even notice. There's little marshals out there. They're all waving the green flag. Now, if my car went off the track like it has been in a lot of these places, they would be waiting to see whether or not I could get it back under control. Geez, I'm wondering whether or not doing this sweet slide is the best way to do this.
Remember, drifting isn't faster, wink.
Understeer engineering. It's like they're there to taunt me.
Slip and slide to victory.
Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky tires. No, this can't be. We have to learn to corner without oversteering. That was closer. That was closer. Did more sliding there. That was fun.
Close isn't good enough.
It's amazing as I'm getting very close to the
Getting more consistent.
You know, if I hadn't just lost it right there, that would have been it.
OMG.
I had just started fishtailing. That's that oversteer they're talking about, guys.
Precious. Still not good enough.
I broke way too early there. Maintenance will begin in 45 minutes. Guys, maintenance. It's gonna happen.
Car maintenance. My immersion.
There it is. I actually did take my car into the shop yesterday. Or no, not yesterday. It's not midnight yet. So it's technically right now.
Using the whole track.
Yeah.
Well done, Bobo.
Get all the way out there. Didn't clip the apex. That would have been the nice thing to do. And by nice, I mean, like, appropriate. Alright, let's go for the next ball here, everybody. Oh, what? This M4 appears to be, for all, let's see, how much can you raise your cornering speed? Greatly affect your lap times. Complete your braking before turning in with your steering. Drive a line that draws a constant arc from the turn into the corner exit. Unnecessary movements of the car will make it unstable, so you want to turn the steering wheel gradually.
I took my car into the shop today actually. Oil change, differential flush, and injector maintenance.
Mine was pretty much just oil change and a little bit of just initial routine looking at.
I need new brakes, but the monies aren't there for it.
New brakes are important, Ald. If they're squeaking, you're probably alright for a little while. But if they're crunching, you can't put that off.
I barely drive it these days. It's not to either of those yet. Crunching. Jeez.
Oh yeah, people's brakes can make a crunching sound. That's when the pad is completely gone and the shoes are just grinding against the rotors. It goes when you step on the brakes. Obviously, this ain't going to be the trophy performance here. I had a friend who had a friend in college who she's
That hurts
you know
just hearing about it.
she's legally like she is hard of hearing. She's legally deaf. She requires a hearing aid, and just riding in the car with her at one point in time, and here I'm like, holy, what is going on here? And yeah, she just was unaware of it. The squeaking is actually just squeaking is a mechanical warning mechanism that gets put in. That's an improvement. Still a little bronze hat, though. They're basically designed with like a little, like, reed sort of hole in there to, once the pad wears all the way down to that little reed, it starts,
Squeaking is the car
making a
saying,
sound.
"Fix me, Daddy."
Oh, okay, you just need a little tap there. I get it. That's right, squeaking is the car saying, "Fix me, senpai." Okay, a little bit more of a tap on the brakes than that. Oh, I got a 2-second penalty for hitting the wall there. So there you go. The game will assess penalties sometimes. I also had to get touch-up paint, because even though we got the car in December, somebody already went ahead and smashed, like, rubbed up against the back bumper.
Penalties, but only if you would have died. Nuts.
Yeah, I mean, it's the death penalty. There you go, Lethal. This game believes in the death penalty. Personally, I think you never know, and somebody could still be exonerated, but if this game believes
My
that,
heart has some character from others rubbing on it now.
We gonna be able to do this in time, everybody? Make sure to clip the apex. It's called the clipping point. You should set your clipping point. It will affect your lap time. Acceleration after
Little
entering a
old
corner.
lady not knowing how to parallel park in Denver.
Decelerate your car enough.
Mildly annoying.
Yeah. Don't accelerate immediately. If you start accelerating again too early, it will cause understeer and will not lead to faster speeds around a track. Best practice is to accelerate from the clipping point. Gradually give the car more throttle as you pass the clipping. This is talking about hitting an apex. Which I
did
guess.
all of the rubbing on mine.
I need to hear about you doing all your rubbing.
With the snow shovel, too. Shaking my dang head.
I have had that issue with a, I have had that issue before. The issue is, if you try and clear out your car and you're not using a snow shovel.
This course.
That's where you get into trouble. It's blind, so you don't really get a good chance to see where your apex is going to be. I hate street courses.
I was a good inch higher with the shovel. The thresholds for this one are real tight, ain't they?
Not too bad. We got it. I don't like street courses because there's just a wall there, and if somebody gets it wrong,
more golden balls for Bobola.
If somebody gets it wrong in a video game, there's no punishment, which seems like it's not punishing somebody for not doing things right. But in real life, that smacks the car and breaks the car into little bitty pieces, and it goes all over the track, and they have to stop the race. Let's see, increasing your corner speed 3, clearing disqualifying conditions, drive consecutive corners without missing
will F your car up.
Okay. The basics is the same as what we have learned so far. Oh, I can speed up and slow down that crawl. Maybe I should have been paying more attention to it.
You can choose to continue the race, but you will be fighting the car's damaged dynamics.
Yeah. No, some games have damage replication. I feel like even Gran Turismo 2, it was something that you could switch off and on. Exactly silver? Oh, I didn't even notice.
I just find the city circuits more interesting to look at.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think everybody's favorite F1 race is the Grand Prix of Monaco, and you could argue that some of it is about the history, but honestly it's just because it's a way more interesting setting than most racetracks. It's actually a terrible racing venue. I got a slow down penalty. Not exactly sure what that is. I feel like at that point they should just fail you.
I like city circuits because it's my current car's natural habitat as a big RSK car.
Lethal, you drive a K car? And there's such a thing as a big K car? I mean, I guess the Chrysler minivans were initially derived from the Chrysler K platform. But usually those weren't ever considered big cars.
What is a K car?
I mean, I'll be interested to hear what Lethal's definition of a K car is.
An Ariel is a hot hatch, but it's like a big K car.
You talking about KEIK, like the Japanese, like, classification of car?
A K car is a little Japanese racing car.
Oh, a K car is specifically a little Japanese car
Around
with an
60
engine that is
HP.
like less than 1 liter, and they're very, very tiny. Like, you know how a Scion XB is? Smaller than that. Like, that would be considered super big and luxurious. Way smaller than that, even. Generally speaking, in North America, when you hear people talking about K cars, they're talking about cars built
Slightly larger than those silly smart cars.
maybe a little larger, yeah, but with smaller engines than them. Smaller engine than a smart car. So I figured out a way to get through the first turn faster, but I think it may be slowing me down for the second one. Could be a problem. No, but in the Americas, I feel like when people talk about K cars, they're talking about cars built off the Chrysler K platform, which was an awful lot of Chryslers back in the 1980s. Like the Plymouth Reliant, and the Dodge Omni, and the Aries. And then there were developments off of the K platform, like the Chrysler LeBaron.
Those K platforms are ugly as sin.
Oh yeah. But one thing that people cherish them for now is that Chrysler liked to put in little 4-cylinder engines that they set up for turbocharging, because that was the way that they could get cars that were at least moderately powerful and fuel efficient. And people have taken those and just tuned the crap out of them. How close am I even getting? I guess, like, within, like, 0.2. That's not great, but... It is going to begin in 30 minutes.
What a four-banger can do nowadays.
I mean, this was even back in the 80s, and people were doing amazing stuff with them. You don't think about it, because a lot of domestic, like... was only starting to become a thing for domestic makes to even try and do. That's more like it. That'll do it. Gold ball. But like the 80s, it wasn't literally the first time anybody ever turbocharged a car, a domestic car, but it was the first time that like it was getting done sort of with some amount of frequency.